All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give our praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, MakaKwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. And the elect begins with 144,000. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jehovah. BAHASHAM is in the name. YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The MakaKwadash is the Holy Spirit. I'm the brother Iwalamia joined with
Adanya.
And we come back at you, brothers and sisters of the household of faith, with another lesson. And Lord willing, we hope this lesson be edifying to the hopeful righteous elect. We're just going to entitle today's lesson, understanding the vile and corrupt nature of the flesh. This is where the fight, lies, man, because because I did a lesson, what was that, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago. The flesh is a nigger or a nigga in its own right.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's like having two minds at the end of the day. You have your spirit and you have your flesh, man. The spirit want to do things that's, likened unto you. How about Shemiyah righteousness, trying to do the right thing, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. But this is how the flesh thinks. Man, I want to forget it basically disregards order and things of that nature, man. It's bound to wickedness. It's bound to wickedness, Salakia. And the flesh, love everything that's of this world, wickedness, disorder, all types of things like that, man.
Yeah.
And that's the constant battle, between your spirit and your flesh.
Hey, if the spirit of Yahawah shall not in you, your flesh gonna consume you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and really the ways of the flesh are death, man. To be carnally minded is death, man.
That's right.
So if you're overcome by your flesh, it's because you don't have Yahawah inside of you, man.
That's
you
right.
don't have the faith in Yahawah. It wasn't created with you in the womb, man.
So
those of us that are hopefully elect, we have faith, man. Yahawah is within us, man. So we are able to overcome everything, man. Through faith in Yahawah, through acknowledging our power, man.
And that's the thing also, man. Many great righteous men, have failed because of the flesh. You think of men like King David, a man after the Lord's own heart. You had King Solomon in his old age, who is Yahawashi, end up, he had many women end up going off following these, these women and things like that, end up going off, different men. Hey, the only person to get it right was Yahawashi, man.
Right.
The greatest example on this planet. But let's just jump into the precepts. This is the book of Romans, 7, and I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "For we know." Let me see if I can start up. Yeah, 14 is fine. This is the book of Romans 7 and 14. It says, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, so under sin." It says, "For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I." And right, this is the Apostle Paul speaking, man. This was the Apostle Paul speaking. We be mighty, man. We be on the line, man. Today it's the Shabbat, as we speaking right now, man. It's the Shabbat right now, and things like that. Many of us even have went off on the Shabbat,
That's
man.
Right.
And that's the temptation of being a part of this world, being in the flesh, man.
And the thing is, the scripture say, if you offend in one, you offend in all, man.
That's right.
Roughly paraphrasing. So, hey, we're not here to, boast in the works, man. No, none of us can boast in works, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all through faith and working for Yahawah, man. All right, so whether you whop the bam, hey, all day we all fall short of the glory of Yahawah. The scriptures say if the Yahawah mark iniquity, who will stand?
Yep.
The elect aren't saved by works, man. We're saved because we doing this work, man. Because our faith matches our works, man.
That's right.
Okay.
And so basically in verse 15, Apostle Paul was saying like he want to do the right thing all the time. But, being a part of the flesh is impossible, man. That's why we need that grace. That's why we need that mercy. Yahawah, man.
That's Yahawah's sacrifice, man. His blood covers our sins, man.
That's right.
The entire nation, man, starting with the elect, starting with the 144,000 and the rest of the 1/3, man.
It says, verse 16, it says, "If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me." Right, talking about this wicked flesh, man. Like I said, it's like having two minds at the end of the day. One, hates the other.
Yeah. Hey, I love that verse 16.
Yep.
It say, "I consent unto the law that it is good."
Yep.
Why? Because all our ways are unrighteous, man.
Yep.
Hey, at the end of the day, human nature is selfish, man. All right, it's greedy, man. All right, even those of the elect, man. We got, Lord willing, we that number.
Yep.
All right, we got selfish, negative qualities and traits about us. That's why we consent to the law that is good.
It is.
That's why we fighting a good fight of faith. What are we fighting for? For righteousness to reign in the earth, man.
Kind, we consent that the law that is good. It's like holding the mirror up to ourselves, really understanding the law, statutes, and commandments, the ways of the Lord, and we really start to understand that we're really flawed beings.
Yes.
That's
right, bro.
Like, damn, I'm really wicked as fuck.
Yes, bro.
Well, being in this flesh.
Ways about
yes,
it.
exactly.
It's because of the flesh, man.
Mm-hmm.
You say those angels kept not their first estate, man.
Yep. Hey, that's in Jude, I think it's Jude, the first chapter. It says these are the chains of darkness, man. Mm-hmm. We can't get out of it, man. We're bound to this wicked flesh.
Hey, but the elect are found acceptable in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, despite all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Verse 17 says, now then it's no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. It says, for I know that in me, that it is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. And just to go a step further, he says, even the thought of foolishness is sin with the Most High, man. Right. And we think foolishness every single day being a part of this. So you'll be reading or studying or something, a wicked ass thought will pop into your head. Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You would think negatively about a certain situation. This is the different things that the flesh conjures up, man. Right. Yes. And it says, and that's why we need to be perfected, man. That's why we need to be changed. 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, man. What's that? Revelations 21 and 4. Mm-hmm. Going into the new covenant. That's why we need to be changed. It says, verse 19 says, for that good that I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Meaning ultimately, even if I'm doing the right thing, ultimately I'm gonna fuck up at the end of the day. It says, I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. It says, for I delight in the law of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM after the inward man. It says, but I see another law in my members warring against the law in my mind. Remember how I basically said it's like having two minds at the end of the day? Yeah. Your flesh got like a mind of its own, and your spirit, has a mind of its own, man. Yeah. Your spirit, it's like your flesh is like a kid at a candy store. Everything that it sees, it delights in. Mm-hmm. But your spirit has that discipline, Mm-hmm. I want to do what's right, and I want to, continue to uphold the standards of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM. That's why it's two completely contrary against one another, which we're going to get. It says, verse 23, but I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members, right? Going into the flesh, man. It says, oh, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? And ultimately, the one that's going to do it is YAHAWAH BAHASHAM Shai, man. When YAHAWASHI makes his second return, he's going to change us in the twinkling of an eye, And we need that changing, man. Because us being bound to this flesh, man, is only going to lead to your destruction. You're following the ways of this flesh is ultimately going to lead, to your destruction. I might as well just read this last verse. Verse 25 says, I thank Yahweh through YAHAWASHI Mashiach our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of Yahweh, but with the flesh, the law of sin. Right? Both is contrary to one another, man.
Hey, and we're not gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So really, don't hold that. That's not the standard. The standard is not to be perfect in the law. Mm-hmm. The standard is to endure unto the end.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing his work unto the end, man.
Keep the faith. Yep. Yeah, BAHASHAM, you got it.
Which one?
You got it. Go ahead.
Which one you got lined up?
Romans 8 and 20.
Okay, I'll do that because I do got one. I got one in mind, but I'm just waiting for.
Yeah, come on. Hey, you got it up.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
Yeah, the creature was made subject to vanity, meaning what? We're bound to sin, man. Even going back to what? To the garden, man. Eve went off, took on the philosophy of the serpent. Adam followed suit, unto the same thing, man. That's what, generations afterwards, began what? To fall, man. Because of what? Sin. That's why we were made subject unto vanity, man. We're made subject unto this flesh. We're bound to sin, things of that nature, man.
Ooh. Verse 20, Romans 8 and 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, this creature is talking about man.
Yep.
It's talking about us, man. We are those creatures, man.
Yep. And just to basically even prove that, and I believe it was either Genesis 2, if I'm not mistaken. That was Genesis 1. We were made upright.
And in the book of Second Ezra, they talk about how man was made on the same day as the rest of the beasts.
Yeah, yep.
All right, because the water gate, but that's you could go and see how Genesis 1 breakdown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was like a year and a half ago now.
Yeah, we did a Genesis 1 breakdown on that.
Yeah, but ultimately the angels gave us order. We was based like the other creatures, but the angels gave us order, man. You had YAHAWASHI and the angels creating a, you can watch the Genesis 1 breakdown for that. But
on both our channels.
Yeah, on both of our channels. But how the angels basically gave us order, man. We stood upright.
That's that image.
Yep,
not
that
to
image.
veer too far off, but this creature is talking about man as well.
Yep.
Not just creature thinking about beast, but man. All right, and Romans 8:22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And that's the thing, man. All right, all of this wickedness, the room for wickedness, and all of these things, it brings about sorrow, man. It brings about death. It brings about pain. It brings about tears, man.
Yep.
All right, that's why when YAHAWASHI returns, man, when Yahweh sends YAHAWASHI, all of those things are gonna be wiped away from the nation of Israel, man, because we're gonna be ruling. It say when the righteous reign, all right, the people rejoice, man. So it's gonna be a beautiful creation, man.
And I got another one in mind too, but we can
Let's get this next precept.
This is same chapter actually. This is the book of Romans 8 and 13. Romans 8 as a whole goes hard, man. This is the book of Romans 8 and 13. One of my favorite precepts is in this book. Romans 8 and 13, it says, For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. Right. It says, for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. Right. You basically giving in to the flesh, the lust of this world. You will find yourself lusting after another man's woman, man. That's why, we have to constantly, be in the spirit, man. Because the flesh desires everything, man, that is wicked. It's contrary to the spirit, man. It says, but if you do this, it's contrary to YAHAWASHI, man. It says, but if ye through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. Right. Keeping our flesh under subjection, basically, man. Being in the spirit. Because, I can, this brother can contest to it also. When you're in the spirit, when you're reading, when you're doing your videos, when you're in the spirit, you don't think about, the things of this world, man. You don't think about pleasing your flesh, man. Yeah. You think about pleasing YAHAWASHI and what's pleasing unto YAHAWASHI. Yeah. Once you're in the spirit, you can feel a difference too. Yeah. Because being in the flesh is like, it's like having that sugar addiction, man. But when, so like being in the flesh, it's like having that sugar addiction. But when you're in the spirit, man, it's like having that form of discipline, man. Yeah.
And the thing is, man falls to the flesh. Mm-hmm. So just because you fall, you don't condemn yourself, man. You don't write yourself off. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, the bro, this is a great lesson that the bro put together, because you gotta acknowledge the battle that we in.
That's right.
All right, Paul was talking about that battle in Romans the 7th chapter. Mm-hmm. We in a battle, man. We warring literally against these chains that we in, man. Yep. All right, so, but you don't condemn yourself. It says, let no man take thy crown.
That's right.
Including yourself, man.
Yep. Exactly right. Because in Hebrews 8, it says, I believe it's Hebrews 8, it says, finding fault with them. Yeah. It was nothing wrong with the first covenant. It was just our wicked, vile nature of being in the flesh, man.
Bodies, man.
What? All this happened by design, at the end of the day, so we can understand, the both sides, righteousness and wickedness, man.
They say all things were made for the good of the elect's sake, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Roughly paraphrase.
That's right.
Even us being in captivity right now is good for us.
I'm going to read that Galatians 5 and 6. Tim, already. You want to break it down or not?
Did I? Let me read. And then you break it down. Galatians 5, verse 16.
Yep.
It's the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
You read it also like it.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
And man, there you go. You know, it says, walk in the spirit, and you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You know, it's like having that, like I said before, it's like having that form of discipline, man. When you in your lessons, when you really, you know, in the spirit, you know, of meditating on YAHAWASHI shine this ways, man. You don't think about pleasing the flesh, man.
Yeah.
But once you're constantly in the flesh, man, you always, you know, how can I say, you always want to do the things, you know, that's likened unto the flesh, wickedness, man, things of that nature, you know.
Verse 18, but if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so what's being led by the Spirit? The Yahawashi told Peter. He told the top apostle. What did he tell him? He said, "Do you love me?
Feed my sheep."
Well, you gonna feed the lambs.
Yep.
Who feeding the lambs?
If
you're not feeding the lambs, you're not being led of the Spirit, man. All right. So I actually had
Bible Kushaka, you keep reading that.
Oh, Salakia, bro. Verse 19 says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, right? Which is like a party spirit, man. All right, just a party and bullshit, that Biggie song, man. That party and bullshit spirit. Verse 20, idolatry. Hey, serving other gods. Why would you serve another god? Because they give you leeway.
That's right.
Leeway to fulfill the lust of the flesh. All right, when you go into these different ideologies, man, all right, they accept bestiality. All right, they accept homosexuality. Yeah. They accept pedophilia, which is playing with little boys. They actually accept. That's why someone would become a other idol, man, because it's room for it, man. Witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, which a lot of times that drunkenness is going into being drunk with the ways of the world, man.
Yeah.
It's talking about being drunk with the ways of Babylon, man. Just because you're a drinker don't mean, oh, you can't drink. Nah, it's talking about being drunk with this world, man. Or, you know what I'm saying? So it says revelings and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High, right? We just read that, if you be led of the Spirit, you're not under the law. But if you fulfilling the lust of the flesh, you're not under the Spirit, man.
That's right.
The Lord said he gave no man license to sin, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a balance.
It says the wages are sin. The wages of sin is death, man.
The book of Revelations, the 14th chapter, the 12th verse, it said, "These are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith in YAHAWASHI, man." They go hand in hand. If you love me, you gonna do the things that he say, man.
That's right.
What did he tell us to do? He told us to go and sin no more, man. You know. Verse 22, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering. Patience, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord will make you be patient. Hey, go read the book of Jonah, man. Go read the book of Jonah and see how long suffering YAHAWASHI is. All right, he'll check your ass.
Yeah,
man. If you one of his, he'll check you, man. All right, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. All right, against such there is no law. Hey, temperance, that discipline that the bro was talking about, man. That self-discipline, that self-control, man. Hey, that self-restraint, man. Okay, verse 24, and they that are is one of those 4 cardinal virtues in the book of Sirach, man. All right, verse 24, and they that are Mashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts.
Because like I mentioned before, it's like the flesh is like a kid at a candy store, man. You know, you'll tell your kid, or whatever the case may be, man, don't touch that candy, and they'll still touch it anyways. That's the same thing with the flesh, man. You know, if you don't have your flesh under subjection, if you're not disciplined, if you're not in the spirit, if you're not disciplined, you know, you ain't gonna be able to control your flesh, man. Because everything you see, you gonna have a liking unto it, man. You know, that's why you gotta control your flesh, because it's gonna come to the point, man, where you lusting after another man's woman, man. You know, you're out in the world, you know, doing the things that's not of YAHAWASHI. You know, what you got it up?
And like what was mentioned earlier, man, the Lord gave no man license to sin. So, we in the flesh, but the balance is, don't let the flesh condemn you, but you don't give license according to the flesh, man. You gotta check yourself. That's that long suffering, man.
That's why the scriptures even say, you know, examine thyself to see whether you be in the faith.
Just an example, man. All right, we in the Shabbat, man. All right, just say that for example, man, just throwing it up. Say that you dealt with a woman every single day. It wasn't a Shabbat.
Yeah.
Then a Shabbat come in, you deal with a woman. That's not acceptable to YAHAWASHI outside. He gonna jack you up.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Hey, for the day of the Shabbat, you gotta long suffer that, man.
All right.
All right, because what? The flesh want to go and fulfill the lust of the flesh. But for that day, you gotta be long suffering, man.
The flesh want to be a nigga, just to put it bluntly, man. A nigga would do anything, and I mean anything.
That's right, bro.
You know?
Galatians 5:25, if we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit.
Yep.
Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another.
Yeah.
All right, so the flesh will, man, it's a battle. You know what I'm saying? And hey, you gotta fight the flesh. Bring out what you have, bro. So.
Okay. This is the book of Sirach, better known as Ecclesiastes, 37 and 27. Wait till you get the
Sirach 37,
27. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "My son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it." Right. So you know us being in this world, right? You know the things that's good and what's bad for you, right? And you know some things that'll ultimately throw you off. You know that will feed the flesh. You know, we're not supposed to give our desire into certain things, knowing that it will feed the flesh, and ultimately knowing that you will give in to certain things, man.
Hey, and don't offend the elect, man. Don't offend your brother, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And he not dealing with that, man. You don't offend your brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? It say prove thy soul and see what is evil for it. Give not that unto it, man. Read that next verse, Bible.
Verse 28. It says, "For all things are profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything." Right, because something that you do, something that you like, that you are in or that you are into, righteousness, of course, it might not be expedient for the next brother. It may have that next brother go off. It may have that next brother grow off and feed into his flesh and make that brother fall out the truth.
Hey, you gotta take heed unto the flock, man. Hey, because we in the flesh, man.
Yep.
All right, Jake is in the flesh. The elect are in the flesh, man.
That's right.
All right, so hey, it's different faults and flaws and things of that nature, but hey, you just ultimately at the end of the day, just be mindful, man.
That's right, being mindful, yeah.
All right. Oh, you had some more in that?
Oh, that was it.
I had one. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12.
Let me get that real quick, so I can. 1 Corinthians 6 and 12.
Because I believe that Galatians says we're not under the law. Yeah, we're not under the law, man. All right, but it's a certain way to go about things, man. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. All right, because what? Paul, he was of the elect, right? So he's not under the law. But just because you're not under the law don't mean you give your flesh license to sin, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's checks and balances, man.
That's right.
So be mindful to keep the charge of YAHAWASHI, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Joshua, man. All right, it says, show thyself a man. King David told Solomon to show himself a man by keeping the ways of YAHAWASHI, man.
Yep.
All right, the elect not under the law, man. But they're going to be keeping the ways of YAHAWASHI. They're going to be keeping the charge of YAHAWASHI, man. All right, and these other niggas, they talk about the law. They're going to be judged by the law. That's what the scriptures talk about, man.
They say the law, but these are the main niggas that be going off. And they doctrine.
Literally got their beard lined up. Talking about the law. And that's the balance, man. Hey, we not like these hypocrites, man. All right? We not like these hypocrites, man. They talk about the law. You say about the law, you got to, hey, wear your friends is on the t-shirt. Wear the friends on the t-shirt. Or even the balance to that, Sakari. Hey, well, Paul not even under the law. Hey, these niggas go so far left, man.
Yeah.
They go so far left, man.
And YAHAWASHI knows, just to end it off, YAHAWASHI knows, that we're in the flesh, man. Because the scripture that says, a just man falleth 7 times and rise it up again, man. So YAHAWASHI even knows that we're in the flesh, but at the same time, as the brother said, man, that doesn't, give you the right. Because, a nigga use that like, man, just man
I'm not under the law, folk.
Just man fall 7 times.
All things lawful for me, man.
Like, yeah, that doesn't,
That's a niggerish, man.
Yeah.
The Lord said, gave no man license to sin. He said, are we under grace? So we will establish the law, man.
That's right. But, the point of this lesson was, the flesh, and the spirit being contrary to one another, man, and how the flesh is just corrupt and wicked. YAHAWASHI knows that the flesh is corrupt and wicked.
and not to condemn yourself, man,
Yep.
but also not to give yourself license to sin, man.
Even
All
in
right,
some-
we're walking this, all right, and we're gonna fall. The bro just brought it out. We're gonna fall 7 times, man.
I believe it's in 2nd Esdras 15, just real quick. I believe 2nd Esdras 15, how it says, let not your sins weigh you down.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think it's is it 2nd Esdras or is it is it 2nd Esdras?
No, it's 2nd Esdras 15, around like the 70, 16. 16 and 70.
We can probably close it out with that.
16 and 70. It started at 70. Started at 73 Bibles.
2nd Esdras 16?
Yeah, 73 Bibles.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras 16 and 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold and the fire. Right, us going through these trials and tribulations, man. We're being known, who are the true, who for righteous elect of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. By the things that we'll go through and the fire that we're being brought through, which is those trials and tribulations, man. And it's being made known and known every day who are the true men of the Lord are, man. It says, verse 74, it says, hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. It says, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same, right? Because we know that Jacob's trouble is coming, man. Hey, Psalms 91, if you read that whole chapter, Psalms 91, man, the protection and deliverance is going to be on the behalf of the elect, man. Mm-hmm. It says, verse 75, it says, be ye not afraid, neither doubtful, Yahweh is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down. It says, and let not your iniquities slip up themselves, right? Because us being in the flesh, Yahawah YAHAWASHI knows that we're going to go off, man. Doesn't mean that you continue to feed in it, but don't let them weigh you down to saying like, damn, man, I fucked up. I might as well, the Lord ain't that. Because I might as well just give up.
Those thoughts will come across. Hey, look, those thoughts will come across your mind. Hey, man, why would the Lord choose me? Why the man? Yep. No, you just keep fighting, man. Hey, Salakia, this 1 Timothy. Let me see if it's the 3rd chapter.
1 Timothy 2 and 3? Not that one.
Let me see. I'm trying to find it real quick. 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter. It talk about your conscience condemning yourself, man. And maybe it's 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. I don't know how to spell conscience, so I don't know if I can get it.
It's a CONTIOUS, I believe. Let me see.
It's 2 Timothy. Salakia, real quick, Bible shall bear with us. Trying to find this precept.
How's it quoted?
Let's talk about your conscience. He said, if your conscience condemn yourself, the Most High is greater. The Most High is greater. I believe it's 1 Timothy. Let me see. I'm finna Google it. Could it be? If thy own conscience condemn me. Yeah. Oh, 1 John.
1 John.
Yeah, 1 John. Let me see, 1 John. 1 John 3, 20th verse. For if our heart condemn us. 1 John 3 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
But the 1 John chapter, heart condemn us, the Most High is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
And that's right. It's not, your heart is not like your organ that pumps blood, man. Right. It's talking about your mind, what goes back to the word lob, which is your mind, So heart, you'll change, that word heart with mind,
And that's to say, like, hey, we in the flesh, man. Mm-hmm. We are lowly beings, man.
Yep.
So you lean onto the scriptures, man.
That's right.
We in the flesh, man. We in the flesh, all these different things, man. So you just follow the word, man.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the word and just allow YAHAWASHI to deal. Yeah, we in these vile bodies, man. We're gonna go off the man. The 2nd Esdras just said not to let your iniquities
lift up themselves. Yeah.
This 1 John said, don't even let your heart condemn itself. Don't let your mind go to the point where you just write yourself off, man. Because doing that, you're going to just fall back into the world. And then you're going to fulfill the lust of the flesh, and then you're going to die, man.
It says the heart is desperately wicked. Us being in this flesh, man, if you're not careful, it's based talking off experience, man. If you're not careful, your flesh will override you and control you, That's what Satan uses. It's your flesh.
That's why we in these chains. This the battle we live in. But the Yahawashi said, shall he find faith when he returned to the earth? The elect were created with faith, and so they're gonna endure into the end doing his work.
That's right.
In faith, man. We don't condemn ourselves, man. Yahawashi just told us not to. Man.
Right. That's all you had up. So with that being said, we hope this lesson was edifying. We'll end our back with our praise and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and our apostles of great millstone that taught us the truth. And salutations to the hopefully like that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord willing, we hope this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
And Abba Ba.
Abba Ba.
Shalom.
Shalom.